Hello, this is a tutorial on how to make circles in No Man's Sky. Now this start is very important. This is a dead moon in a dead system. I am at the North Pole, which is very important for these tiles snapping together in the correct height-ish. Some of them do go a bit out of line, but compared to other planets, it's the perfect place to build a circle. Right, so now here's my little arena I've made. I've made little stairs. I've made two half walls, two half floors and a half wall. I've raised the middle. This is going to be the middle of our circle. I've raised it off the top of the floor because, as I've just mentioned, you do get some difference in height. You can't guarantee that the blocks that we're going to use are going to stay in the right place. So there's the center. We're going to set the very first 4 angles. So we go into here where the little flag is, and we select the flag, and just center that in the middle. Then we go, as that's centered, go across to the right, to the cube, and just get that, just line it up with the middle. There's a line going down the middle of the tile, and there's a line going up the middle of the block. And that, I don't think that's right, but I'm going to sort of move it about a bit. It doesn't, as you'll see later, it doesn't matter too much. You can correct things, so that's a bit better. Now that looks okay to me, ish. I've ruined it now. Right. That's about right. That was right. There you go. So now just place that one. And you can use pipes, but I use the blocks to extend it out. So there's the first lot. That's the wrong one. Well, there you go. Extend all the way out to, if you'll let me, to the just underneath that. That seems to be the first one, the perfect place to put it. So you do another 3. There you go. That's easier when you stand in the right place. So there's the 3. Now delete the 2 around it in the middle one. You left yourself with the first 4 angles. And now we go back up and repeat it again. Get the flag out. Put that in the middle. Now this time, this is why I high up, because if you get too close, when you do this little corner of the block gets obscured by the UI. So this is what you want to do. You want to get that corner right in there. I think that's right. So I'm going to place it. Have a little check. So when you're dealing with angles, it's alright to me. I'll get the square back again. I'll just do the same as I did earlier. So I do 1, 2, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Back round again. This is where you have a floor, so you don't fall down to the ground. 1, 2, 3. And then the 4th one, or the 8th one even now, that gets placed. You can go, there you go. And now we have our 8 angles, perfectly positioned in the right place, at the right time, you know. There we go. So now this is the secret. This is the trick. I've just been showing you out of center the often people go into here, into their flags, and they get their center point. I use the flag. They get the center point, and they use different notches on the boards. They do give you the angles. I'm not saying they don't work, but sometimes you also get notches on the thing. But I just use the flag. So the flag is planted in the middle. All you have to do is put the flag in the middle. If I can even do that. Maybe. Put the flag in the middle. Line it up with the gap that you're going to put it in. So there we go. It does help to have walls behind, actually, I've noticed last night. If you have a couple of walls, you can, maybe if you've got steady aim, that looks okay to me. So now you just go from that central position from the flag, and you can see up the flagpole, either side is you need an equal distance. Go to the square, or the cube even, sorry, and that should maybe, see, that's slightly off to me, and that's important, because you can go back and change it. If it's just slightly off, you can just go back and change it easily. And if the further you go out, the harder it gets to centre it, but you can do it. Got my hands are a bit funny today. I've just got back from the hospital, but there's no excuse there. Right, that looked okay. It did look okay the first time, but just keep doing it. It's not this hard. That's all right. Even if it's that, straight away that it will connect in that angle. So now you go back to the other angle, which is this angle. And even if it doesn't, it does connect. I'll show you later, even if it doesn't fit through the gap, how you can solve the problem. That does fit through the gap. It may overlap, it may look like it's overlapping, it is overlapping, but and there's one there as well. I missed one. So you put that in there. You could easily just spend a bit more time getting that as perfect as you want it, and I have done. As if you've seen my Twitter, you will see what I did last night. I can show you that at the beginning, at the end of the video. So now we've got 4 gaps left. That's another block then. There we go. So we go back in, get the flag. It's the flag. The flag's been there the whole time. No one noticed it. Until somehow I came along and noticed it. I find it hard to believe. So that looks alright. Ish. Oh, I ruined it. There you go. A block. Another block. That looks pretty perfect to me. You can tell it will green light in the position that it should be in. It will sometimes go off to the left or go off to the right, but you can wiggle it about a bit and it will go to the centre. There we have. Oh, I've missed one again. And there we have another one. So we get up on top of there. And we missed. Oh, right, we've missed 2 in a row. It's perfect though. That is. The first one may not have been as perfect, but you can change it, as I will show you. Tweak it a bit later. So now we have. Let's get back. You don't need this platform anymore. It's the hardest bit to make, I feel. The platform. So there we have a perfect circle. That is 16. If you extend them out, you can glitch walls to them. But none of this, so far, creating the angles uses no glitches. So now, we want to go to 32. But how are we going to make 32? We just come outside of the circle and extend out. So we get the block again. I think it's free. I can't remember. Done it enough times, but you can get a block inside this block. I'm going to go for 4 because I think, no, not that 4. I think it will. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way around. So now we've got the 2. We've got the ones on the end. We can delete all the other ones. You will spend a lot of time. The larger the circle you want, the more times you will spend just deleting blocks or pipes. But I don't use pipes. But it's a lot easier to use a block. Also, the reason this is off the floor from here is that on the larger circles, you're going to have to spam outwards on these quite a bit, and pipes do get stuck to the floor, but the bricks don't. the cube, sorry. So there's a lot of spamming that button to build outwards. So now we've got more gap between those cubes, so we just repeat it again. I don't think I need to keep repeating this one. Get the flag in the middle, line it up with the gap down the center, switch right to the block. Now it should be okay because I've made a bigger gap than I've done before. It should go through the middle anyway. That's perfect. So the other one will be perfect. They do some. If you get an angle that's slightly off, it does change other angles on the other sides, but they're pretty much perfect. Up to this is 32 now. Up to this point, it's pretty easy to change things and correct any mistakes. And I think, if I've counted it right this time, that was it. So now I get rid of the blocks. I'm going to keep calling them blocks because they are blocks. They all can be called cubes. I shouldn't be getting too pedantic about it. Don't call them squares though. Oh, I've made a mistake. Oh dear. I didn't mean to do that, but you can easily fix it just by going to the next one. Going back to the center. And placing it back again. At this point, 32 side circle, it will go back in the exact place you want it. It's when you go a bit later on that things go a bit awry, but it's easy to fix, and I'll show you how to do it. So now we've done one, it's nice and symmetrical too. So let's go, we started with that one, I'm going to go for the next one. So now we have 32. How fast is that? I'll check. It is just gone 19 minutes. I don't think I can play the whole video, but you know, it's pretty fast and I think that's perfect. And again, you just extend it out until you've got enough gap to put the next one in. There you go, 32. Imagine what it's like when you get to 64 and having to make beyond that. Beyond, haha. Did not mean it. And hopefully that was right. I don't know if I've missed one at some point. It looks right to me. If I have missed one, I'll soon find out. So now, I think the way of doing it is to take the penultimate second one and just delete around. It's right if you delete the main one, because you can just extend from the right out. There's a hole, don't fall down it. Oh, I did. Remember to delete any holes. Not delete the holes, fill the holes in. So now we've got 32 spread out. Let me check. There's no massive gaps. I've deleted the wrong one. No. So now, where's the back? Just so I know exactly where I am. Doesn't actually matter. And then once again, flag down the center. As you get further along, it will get a little bit tougher, but you can just trial and error it until it is straight, and then you've got yourself 4 angles. If it doesn't, and if it didn't fit through that gap, you can always extend the ones behind it and delete these 2 there and push them out. Widen the angle, give yourself a better bigger chance of getting that block in. If you line it up properly in the first place, you pretty much get it. The bigger the circle, the bigger the gap. That's the rule. Because you won't be able to see through the flag otherwise. I didn't work out how many gaps there were. There's got to be 32 gaps, so that means there's whatever 4 divided by 32 divided by 4 is. That's how many times you got to do it. I had a GCSE in maths, C grade, and a C in art. But what does that prove? I can paint by numbers. Just in case people don't know, you can hit R2 to place and delete stuff. I didn't find out until a few months back myself, so you can miss it. Come on. Going for a world record here, probably. But it must be a world record. No one else is doing it. Like most world records. Oh, I'm a world record holder in eating beans while it's standing on a mountain. Of course you are. Because no sane person would do that one. Please don't go this fast. Take some time out of your day. Even though that was pretty good. Now I have to run around here because I've got no gap to walk through. It's the last one. We've done it. Yes. Hello. Go, 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 go. You can do this fast as you like, really, this bit. It's the setting that's a bit of a kerfuffle. Yes, I use kerfuffle. I'm putting that in the video. I'll stay in. Don't get many people using kerfuffle. And is that it? Maybe one more. Oh, there he is. And how many minutes? I don't care, but I'm interested in how many minutes I did that in. 40 minutes and 14 seconds or something like that. I'm not counting. Apart from when I just did it then. It's fast and I've done it any other time, but it's probably less precise. I don't know if I've missed one there. There we go. There. One more line to delete. There we go. We've done it. 64. That's pretty good, isn't it? Tell me, please pick the bones out of it from this distance. That looks a bit off, that one there. It does. No, it isn't. There's a shadow. It was a centre one, so how could it be? Look at that. Pretty good. Now, if you ever find yourself with a dodgy one that's a bit out of sync, go back into almost the same menu. Go to the decals there. This decal, I don't think any of the others are that good. Well, that one's alright. You've got the top and the bottom of the diamond, and you've got two little diamonds on the left and right, and you can. This takes a bit of glitch knowledge now, but if you wanted to put it to the left, say, you could go to the left. You've set your decal, go out of the menu entirely like that, down to the bottom, go back up. This might not work first time, but if you go up and hit the place button at the same time, it hasn't worked. If you can reset the decal straight away, go back, go to that one. I've gone too far. If you get it right like that, you can then place the block behind this block, the first block, which you didn't like, and then it won't work because that block's in the way. But you can then copy these blocks 2 blocks forward, and then you've got a better aligned. Or you can go up and down, or alternatively, and I'm going to delete a block here just to show. If at the longer ranges you've messed up, and this is what you will have done, you will have been over here trying to do a longer, you can't see the center, so actually where you're aiming for is there, which is alright, that's the center, it's aiming towards the center, but you'll find that your block is poking out the sides. It's not a perfect circle, so what you want to do is I'm going to use this one. I'm going to go do the same technique, find the decal, line it up with the middle, then move it across to the left or whatever way it's going. Do the same thing with the pipe, and when you place it again, you'll have pushed back your block a little bit just to fix it. Just a little tip that I've found while fixing other circles I've done. So there we have the 64 sided circle. Now the surprise at the end of this video was going to be me pulling out to a 128 sided circle, but because it's so easy to do, I made a slight error in judgment and I ended up with a 256 sided circle, and look at that. That's, I assume you can go further, but I wouldn't want to try it myself. So you can go from that, rinse and repeat, extend out, create a gap, line it up with the flag, and just keep going. 256. I wouldn't want to do 512, to be honest. It can be done, but that's a good week of your life probably doing it like that. So 64 easy. Obviously 128 was easy because I didn't know I'd done it, but there we have it. That's going to be my screenshot and my thumbnail from now on. Well, not this one, I did it better than this, so I'm going to use that one. There we have it. Who wants to see me run across the top of that wall? Of course you do, why wouldn't you? You'd be mad not to want to walk across it. I think my next video is going to be about floors. How to I'll experiment with that in a few weeks, I think. See, that one looks a bit lower down than it should be, but you can put it up and down and left and right and up side to side. It's easy to fix. I've run out of puff that I can't even get around it without running out of steam. Always a nice planet to be on because it's very peaceful, and as I said earlier, you get less of the like that's gone a bit high. It will happen on these planets, but that one's a little bit higher than the first one. It's a little bit sticking out, but you could try and perfect it all day long, but it's pretty good, I think. Though I am seeing quite a few steps right now, but there we go. So I get in my ship and just fly off wherever that is. Oh, it's over there, come on. Maybe not. I'll do a flyby anyway. Who wants me to take that egg? I'm not going to touch the egg. I can see the egg, but it's not happening. I've been burnt before. Well, this is creative, isn't it? Let's have a go at it. Did they actually come out? They didn't even bother. See ya. I'm rich anyway, I've got all the money in the world, I can make anything I want. Okay. Whose idea was it to run around here? Okay, now they look a bit more off today than they did when I first did them. There's 256 of them. I'm not going to go through all of them. I don't really need to, really. If you're going to attach glitch wars to these, then I think the join will be pretty good anyway. Wait, there's my ship. I haven't even upgraded it. Let's have a flyby. Who doesn't want to see this? The old radiant pillar. I've not tested if this will break the game, but it hasn't. It's pretty damn stable. There we go. Land again. There we go. Thank you for watching. Remember to like the video if you like it, and subscribe if you want to see some more. I'll be streaming probably not today, maybe, but I'll be back tomorrow, and thank you. Not bad.